Fan Formula on the 22nd of April. Of the first question. Question 1. Friday saw Force India pull out of FP2 due to an incident involving their team personnel on the Wednesday night. What do you think of the decision and controversy around FOM showing no coverage of the team during qualifying? So on the one hand, I can't really express what I think about FOM before 9 o'clock. However, I don't know, because Bernie Ecclestone's right. You want to see the fastest cars on track, and it's up to the FOM editor. It's not like he gets told entirely what to do. I mean, sometimes we see footage of the HRT cars on board, and I'm like, well, I don't want to see that. I want to see the McLaren. I want to see the Williams on board. I don't normally believe in the F1 conspiracy theories, but I do think this time that this one is true. I do think FOM were playing like pissy little school children on the issue. Really, I do think FOM were out of line and being stupid. Not even. I caught a little glimpse of it in qualifying. Was it qualifying? A tiny glimpse of free practice I saw. There was a car overtaking Force India, and then they cut the shot as short as possible. You know, it was just a fleet. You know, it was a Force India they were passing, but they never showed like the outside overtake. Never showed the rear view overtake. Whilst Force India might have chosen to abandon FP2, that was only in the interest of their team. It wasn't for any other reason than we're not entirely comfortable. Question 2. The stewards reviewed the two incidents between Nico Rosberg and Hamilton/Alonso. They decided not to penalise it. Do you agree with their decision? If not, what would you have done? To a point, I can see why they didn't punish him, because neither car crashed. Neither car was sent into a spin. No bits of bodywork were shredded. I'm sure if like a wing got damaged, and Rosberg would have had to have been penalised. That said, he did make the car go. He was making those cars go a long way offline, and it was all 4 wheels offline, not just 2 wheels. What I would have probably done, I would have sort of issued him a warning, sort of given the Mercedes team a warning. You know, warn your driver that he'll receive the drive-through penalty if he pulls such an antic again. And then because he did it again, I would have given him a drive-through. That said, though, that would have destroyed a couple of the most interesting battles of the race. I mean, the race was actually quite interesting all round, but this one, these two were very good. Question 3. Bahrain was the first dry race of the season, which saw the first win for Red Bull Racing and a double podium for Lotus. Do you think that this indicates that even without weather intervening, that the grid is a lot closer this year, and that we will continue to see a variety of drivers and constructors on the podium for the rest of the season? I do think that we will see a few other drivers win. I think we will see Raikkonen, maybe Grosjean win. We'll certainly see one of the Lotus drivers taking a win at some point this season. Webber will probably take a victory. Hamilton will take a victory. I don't think there'll be many more people who can win. I wouldn't rule Williams out for a cheeky podium at some point in the year, but that would only ever be a 3rd place. That's if they can keep the pace of development on the car up as well. For the race victories, though, I think we'll see a nice, refreshing change. I just hope that Vettel's win today is not a sign of the rest of the season's going to drag on with a Red Bull win, etc. I think this is a good, refreshing thing for Formula 1. I have to say that Pirelli and DRS have probably saved Formula 1. The bonus question. Who was your driver of the day and why? Well, my driver of the day was Kimi Räikkönen and the Lotus, because he's proven that he hasn't lost any of his racing nails. He's proven that his comeback is worthwhile. He's proven that he's committed. I know he said in the post-race interview he was a bit annoyed that it wasn't a win, and he could have won, but by how much I don't know. It might have been by a nose, it might have been by miles, but it's proven that Kimi is still the same old Kimi, still very good at winning, or certainly very good at racing still. It's proven that it's a very outside chance, but given how close to see the racing is this year, it's still very real that he could become a world champion in the Lotus. That would be though an extreme outside chance. That's the end of the fan formula. Quick on to some Storm Space production stuff. The website's still being built. I still need 2 female voices for Where's My Liberty. I asked about this every week, and well, it's another thing. I'm just talking to myself. Probably am talking to myself, but oh well. We put a video out yesterday. It's sort of a semi-promo of Where's My Liberty. It's on the way out soon. Just hopefully seeing a mate of mine tomorrow who's doing one of the voices, so we can get that recorded. Yeah, so that's the end of the fan formula. See you next time.